guys, it is Jack, back up in this bitch with 10 Litres Fitness, and today we're talking about how going to the gym affects an individual's confidence. Okay, so straight up, a lot of people go to the gym initially for reasons to do with confidence, okay? So they're not happy with the way they look and they want to change that. Okay, so aside from the people who go to the gym to improve their performance for a sport, a lot of the time it's people start going to the gym because they consider themselves the skinny kid or the chubby kid, right? Either that or they just don't feel they've got a lot going for them, and you know they want to change that, right? So and you know, they stick at it and they make the new gains, you know, they get in better shape and that happens, you know, and that will increase their confidence because you know it's not easy to achieve, you know, period, and therefore achieving that thing gives them pride in themselves. And it's a very visual thing too. They see the results every time they look in the mirror and they're reminded of that, which is going to give you confidence, right? You're going to feel better about yourself. However, in the long term, something I've noticed and something I've experienced myself is that those involved in the gym, and especially in the online fitness community, start to have unrealistic and elevated standards of what is an impressive physique. Okay, so you know, to give an example of this, take the reaction of the fitness world to Justin Bieber's transformation, you know, for the Calvin Klein advert. You know, so he went quite public with his transformation. You know, he went from, you know, skinny teenager to, you know, well, he improved his physique. You know, you know, he made some muscle gains and you know, he got lean. You know, got some abs. And you know, like I say, it was all over Instagram before you knew it. And you know, the reaction of the general public and the media versus the reaction of the fitness world will tell you exactly what I'm on about here with the unrealistic standards. The reaction of the general public was, wow, look at this guy who's made all this gains, that's a great transformation. And there was actually, you know, media articles, I read serious articles that thought he was so impressive now that they accused him of steroids, you know, for that transformation. But then, on the other hand, the reaction of the, you know, crazy fitness world was, you know, oh, look at this skinny beta faggot that actually thinks he's got gains. 5 more gains than you when I was 12 years old, mate. You know, and, which is stupid, really, because the dude has done, you know, I'm not saying he's gone 0 to 100, but you know, he's done all right for himself. That's not bad, you know. Yeah, it's an improvement, you know, which is something positive, and you know, it's sad that the way the fitness world works is to talk down on him, you know, but you know, it is what it is. And another example, you know, to give you is, you know, with Ziz, this works a bit in the opposite direction, but it still proves what I'm trying to say. Okay, so the other day I was with some friends. We were talking about crazy hairstyles, right? Random, and we got onto, you know, Ziz because of his crazy hairstyle. Now, a lot of my friends don't lift, right? Well, they're not at least involved in the online fitness community very much. So they didn't know who Ziz was. You know, actually one of them did. So, and his explanation of who Ziz was to the rest of them was, oh, basically, yeah, just think of the most ripped guy you can think of. That is Ziz. And, you know, that kind of took me back a bit, you know, took me aback and shocked me because, obviously, you know, compared to the average guy you see on the street, Ziz is incredibly impressive. However, in terms of, and you know, so from his perspective as a non-lifter, I can see why he said that. You know, I can see where it came from. But as someone, you know, myself who's been involved, you know, heavily in the fitness community, you know, I have a YouTube channel, you know, I'm very much involved in the fitness community. You know, I can quite easily think of a lot of guys, you know, with no disrespect to the dude intended. I can think of a lot of guys who are more impressive than him. You know, there's literally leagues of, you know, bodybuilding, you know, bodybuilders in different organizations and federations that trump this guy. You know, fitness models and bodybuilders. You know, like I say, no disrespect intended. You know, but it is what it is. You know, so for someone to say he's the most ripped dude you can think of, you know, is you know, that's the general public's opinion of Ziz, you know, generally speaking, whereas, you know, us guys in the fitness world, you know, who've been around a while, yeah, look at the dude and say, you know, he's, you know, impressive, you know, like I say, compared to the average person you see on the street. But, you know, the most ripped guy ever? No, I don't think so. You know, and I've even seen guys on forums saying, you know, oh, I don't get the hype, you know, he's very average, you know, like, I see like guys like this all the time, you know, just, you know, I'm playing it down just because of, you know, that's the way the fitness world is, and the fitness community, you know, it's very negative like that. So, you know, although the guy is more impressive than most people will ever look, you know, a lot of the time, you know, people will, you know, in the fitness world will say he's average, and, you know, or nothing particularly special, which can, you know, going back to the whole issue of confidence that I started with, can obviously lead people to, you know, feel less than confident with the way they look. My point is, what it comes down to is that there's a lot of people who, you know, go to the gym and train very hard and have better physiques than, you know, 80-90% of the population. But because of, you know, the negative way of thinking that put on them by the fitness community, they actually have less confidence in the way they look than people that don't even train, you know? You know, to put this in numbers, say this dude's, you know, perfectly average. He's the average dude that lifts, right? He's, you know, so 50% of the guys in the gym look better than him, 50% of the guys in the gym look worse, right? And let's say that 25% of the population lift. Okay, so this puts him at least, you know, in terms of his physique, he's at least better than, you know, at least better than 80% of the population, right? It's perfectly average of that, you know, 25% that lift. However, because the people he surrounds himself with in the gym and online, he thinks he's despite being around 80%, looking better than 80% of the population, the way he gets it in his head that he looks about, you know, he thinks he's, you know, because he's 50% of the guys in the gym, you know, he's dead in the middle, he thinks he's 50% of guys everywhere, right? He thinks he looks exactly in the middle, he looks 50% of everyone. And he has that level of confidence because he's thinking so much about his physique and comparing himself to these people that he you know, he has that ridiculously low expectation for himself. And, you know, the fact is that he actually has less confidence than, you know, a lot of guys that don't even lift. You know, if 75% of people don't lift and he thinks he's at 50%, you know, there's going to be guys at, you know, 25% of guys above him going up to that 75% mark that don't even lift, that have more, you know, feel better about how they look than this dude, despite all the effort he's putting in, which is, you know, it's crazy. So that's an example of how, you know, lifting and going to the gym can actually, you know, give you less confidence than you could have had if you didn't even bother with it. You know, but that's if you know, get carried away with all the hype and ridiculousness of the fitness world, you know, which I've done in the past, and it's easy to do that because, you know, every, you know, fitness model that exists for the purpose of making other guys jealous. You know, they put them on the cover of a supplement to make you feel, you know, insecure and bad about your own body because, you know, of how good they look, so that you ultimately think that you need the product. You know, that is the purpose of pretty much any model that's ever existed. You know, for anything. You know, for fitness, beauty, fashion, anything, to make you feel bad about yourself, so you need to go and buy whatever they're advertising. You know, it is what it is. But you know, anyway, guys, I hope that's made sense. I hope it's been interesting for you to watch. Thanks for watching. I've been Jack with 10 Years Fitness. I'll see you guys in the next one.